Let's get it. Hotep, my brothers and my sisters, I greet you in the ancient, you see everything's on. I greet you in our ancient Kemetic language, Hotep, which means peace. Somebody's calling me. I'm on live now. Hotep. Excuse me, brothers. Let me shut this down. I only want to get phone calls if you can't hear me. It's an emergency. Or you can't hear the brother. All right. Excuse me, brothers and sisters. Once again, I greet you with our ancient Kemetic language, Hotep, which means peace, Amandala, which means power to the people. Those of you who may not know me, my name is James Anyabwile Wilson. I am the spiritual teacher, aka Spiritual Awakening of the God in Action Ministry, spiritual and cultural platform or podcast, whatever you want to call it. We welcome you. We do not take your presence lightly. It's always a pleasure and an honor to be able to come before you and to share what I've been inspired, what the Spirit have inspired to share with you, my brothers and my sisters. And as I always share, the message comes to me first. It's for me to apply first. And I just feel it's valuable and worthy enough to share with someone else. Once again, welcome. Please do something, help me out. If this is good enough for you, if you come on today, just later on this week or later on today, could you please share, let somebody know that we are on live, or share the message with them. Each one reach one, each one teach one. I also want to let you share with you my purpose, okay? Because that's very important. My purpose, brothers and sisters, is just to encourage you to be more of a critical and analytical thinker. No matter what you hear, even from me, you hear it from me, that you have the motivation to fact check, to make sure it's truth, has proof and evidence, okay? Or you apply it to your life, see if it works, all right? So be more of an analytical and critical thinker, and also to be able to challenge yourself, open your mind. You can't grow if you don't know, right? So you have to be able to open your mind past what you're so used to because usually we may been taught a certain way. When some other information comes in, if it don't line up with what you've been taught all your life, we tend to reject it. You know what I mean? Or shut a deaf ear to it. We got to be very careful with that, because that could be the creator or the spirit trying to bring more information to you, or the information that you need or you're looking for. All right. So don't be afraid to open your mind to information. It's not new information. It's just something that you just never heard before. All right. So want to share that with you, brothers and sisters. All right. And it's good to see whoever's going to be on. Let me see who's on today. Brother Tybidi, Queen Amari, Brother Chris in the house so far. I found out, I don't know, I'm kind of slow. Got a note from Sony. I've been getting this for the last 4 years since I've been on the platform from Sony. When I play music, they say we have confiscated. I don't know if that's the right terminology they use. Let me see what the words that they use. I've been shooting myself in the foot for a while, you know. And let me see here. What did they say? What did they say? I want to just read this thing here. And I looked it up. Sony Music Entertainment. Sony says, your video contains copyright music, and because of it, we have confiscated your videos. And I looked up what it means, to confiscate your video. They said to limit your views, to just seize it, or keep track of who's watching your stuff. And I've been seeing this for like the last 4 years, but someone told me this we do not own the copyrights of the music, nor are we selling it. I'll be fine. Found out, yeah, you fine. You're not going to take your video down. They can if they want to, but they'll leave you alone. They're not going to strike your channel. But what they will do, they will confiscate your video where they won't let it out. Nobody can see. 4 years of that. I don't know, man. Maybe somebody told me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just slow, little stupid. But I've been shooting myself in the foot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to try not to just. I'm not going to be playing music no more. Anything that Sony can confiscate the videos, so Sony Music Industry, Sony Music Entertainment. I'll just share that with you, brothers and sisters. Once again, and listen, brothers and sisters, if you like to, you can also share, contribute to our platform. James Anya, not James Anya, but I'm sorry, at Giam, $GIAM, number 20 in a Cash App, or PayPal, paypal.me/HOTEP, number 2. Those who've been around, you know how to do it. If not, you'll learn one day. I ain't sweating it. Yeah, that kind of attitude, it won't get me nothing, right? And listen, let it be. So be it. Somebody is this content really helping somebody? They'll what I'm saying, they really like what I'm saying, they'll support it. Other than that, I hope I'm helping you. But make a long story short, I'm gonna go move into my message today. All right, and once again, please let somebody know we on. Share this with somebody. Let them know that we're live. The subject today, or the lesson today, or the session today, we're gonna be dealing with develop your bounce back muscles. Develop your bounce back muscles. It's imperative that we do that. Okay. We living in the world. We living in this world, right, where there are good people and there are what we call bad people, right? But if you really look at it, brothers and sisters, regardless if they're good or bad, we can learn some valuable lessons from them. if we observe them, if we study them, both, we can learn something that may empower our life. Yes, yes. Let me give you, for instance, or for example, observing and studying a good person's actions, their behavior and their character. It can teach you things that can help you to be more successful, to be more productive in life, respectable, loving, and caring. If you look at good people and study them, and on the other hand, if you observe and study the character, behavior, and actions of what we call bad people or evil people, we can learn something. It can teach us not what not to do to avoid traveling life on a self-destructive path. It makes sense, right? People say my mother this, my father that, and this person did this person that. We can learn from anybody. We can learn from both. We can learn what to do and what not to do. Just hang with me. I have to lay this foundation before I move in. So me saying that you can learn from good people and you can learn valuable lessons from bad or evil people, this brings me to President Trump, President-elect Trump. Now, this message is not going to just be about him, so hang with me, okay? The reason why I'm using him as a point or a launching pad is because it appears to me that he's still the focus of a lot of people today after being elected as the president of the Hells of North America. So I just want to deal with him because that's where a lot of people's focus is at the time. A lot of people say that he is the epitome of evil, racism, corruption, hate, and criminality. I mean, whatever you can add to the list if you like. And it have upset and shocked a lot of people because he was chosen once again as the next president, right? But the message today, like I said earlier, is not about Trump's criminal record. It's not about his questionable character, his behavior, his lifestyle, right? But what I want to deal with is how we can learn. Like I said, you can learn from good people, you can learn from bad or evil people. We're going to focus on how we can learn valuable lessons from this man, positive lessons from a negative person. I'm not going to call him I'm not going to call him positive or negative. I don't rock with him, so don't think I'm defending him or anything like that. I don't rock with him. You know what I'm saying? But we can learn something from this man. What we call, people say the epitome of evil. Yeah, Donald Trump. Somebody may ask, well, what can we learn from this person? Anything of value? What can we learn from anything of value from that devil? Okay, like I said, everybody got their own opinion. That's cool. I don't rock with him, like I said. What we can learn from this person, none of us can deny. Is a fact, matter of fact, that President-elect Trump has somehow, I'm taking my time, somehow managed to bounce back on top of the political game. Not just bounce back after on the political game, but after he was vilified for over 9 years straight. Deserving or undeserving. I'm not going to get caught up into that. Check this out. I believe from 2016 to present, Trump he'd been sued for millions of dollars, convicted in court of 34 felonies. The FBI raided his home. He was targeted for assassination 3 times. He had to go through years of vicious character, image, and reputation assassination campaigns, deserved or undeserved. I'm not going to get caught up into that. You decide. That man or whatever you want to call him, or how you want to view him, was able to what? Bounce back and ride through it all. So what's the valuable lesson here that you can learn from this man, or you want to call Satan a devil or evil? Fine. What is the lesson here? All the attacks that he had experienced, deserved or undeserved, he did not let it, he did not allow it to weigh him down or keep him down. Nor did he allow them to cause him to take his focus off his vision, his aspirations, or his goal. Now that's worthy of study. Are you hearing me? If you can just for 1 minute take your mind off of how bad or how evil you believe or think Trump is, and look at how he bounced back after he was being dragged through the mud for 9+ years. Follow me, y'all. I believe you can learn the importance of developing your bounce back muscle. That's exactly what he had. He had a developed bounce back muscle. Now, you may not get anything else from this person and see him as he is. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. Like I said, I ain't defending him. I don't rock with him. But it's worthy of study. He developed a bounce back mentality. Am I lying? Just like I said, just get past it. Just get past all the stuff you think about the person and all the stuff he is and he did. Just get past that. If you're not gonna get nothing else from him, let's learn that from him. There's a lot of people who have experienced way less than what Trump had to endure all those years, and unfortunately, they caved in. They threw in the towel. A lot of people unalived themselves or became drug addicts or alcoholics or did destructive things to cope with their problems, their struggles, their situation, their circumstances, and their difficulties. They went through way less than he did. And unfortunately could not get through it. And in a lot of cases, it's because they did not develop their bounce back muscles. The lesson here, brothers and sisters, that I want you to get, we already know about Donald Dump, or whatever else you want to call a man, or the thing. That's up to you. The lesson that you and I must learn is this: no matter what you might be experiencing in life, never allow it to keep you down or crush the life out of you. Everybody going through something. And I don't want to just keep coming out going through something and going through something. It's life. In this world, we're going to have trials and tribulations. And I know you heard this before. It's not what we go through, it's how we get through it. Don't just go through it. You heard this. Grow through it. So when we go through stuff, don't let life crush the life out of you. But learn how to use those things or experiences that we go through as fuel to push us towards our desired dreams and goals and aspirations. To learn how to use them as weights to develop our bounce back muscle. No, our bounce back muscles. What are the bounce back muscles that we have to develop, that we have to strengthen in order to be able to endure certain things and persevere through certain things and use our experiences, regardless of how they are, what they are, as fuel to push us forward? What are those bounce back muscles that we must develop? There are the mental, the physical, the spiritual, and the emotional areas of your life. Let me say that one more time. There are the mental, the physical, the spiritual, in the emotional areas of your life. Yes, sir. Every challenge that you and I experience or go through or must deal with are not designed to break us. They sure will knock us the heck down, take the air out of our, punch the air out of us. It sure enough will make us desire to throw in the towel and give up. I've been there many times. Going through the roller coaster, going through the same old, time after time, year after year, dealing with the same old crap. I mean, I can see if I've dealt with something different, but the same old crap. Just want to just give the hell up. But every challenge that you and I that experience or go through or must deal with are not designed to break us. It's not designed to destroy us, but to build us up, to empower us, to make us, not break us. Not to break us permanently, to help make us stronger, wiser, and better. That's why I said, just don't go through it, grow through it. Because we're going to go through. Are you going through something right now? I don't care how big or how small it is, but it's messing with things. And you're tired. Are you hearing me, brothers and sisters? That's why it's so important to develop our bounce back muscles. And once you and I begin to view everything that we had gone through or are going through and will go through as weights to challenge us, develop our bounce back muscles, I'm going to keep using that word, you will become more resilient during difficult times in life. That's what we're going for, to be more resilient. That's what the Creator wants. That's what the God wants. Whatever you want to call the God, him or her, he or she. That's what the Creator wants. That's what the Creator desires for our lives. That you and I be able to persevere, to endure, to rise after dealing with the difficulties and challenges of life. The Creator God didn't wake us up this morning to get beat down and stay down and get the life beat out of us and give into that BS. That's not what we're on this earth for. That's not what God woke us up for to deal with and to do. No, we're overcomers. We're overcomers. And that's what the Creator desires us to be. According to the book of wisdom, Proverbs, the 24th chapter, in the 16th verse, it says, a righteous man or woman may fall 7 times and rise again. Falling ain't failure. Falling ain't fatal. Falling ain't forever. When we're down, the antithesis of down is getting up. But you have to develop a bounce back, or your bounce back muscles. Ashe? And a lot of you, let me share this. Bouncing back is not a given. It's not a given. You don't just get it. Have that, just have that ability. It's a decision. And every day that the Creator or God or whatever you want to call the God gives you, it's another opportunity to do something that will strengthen and develop those bounce back muscles. What did I say they were? The mental, the physical, the spiritual, and the emotional. We have to strengthen those areas. Continue to strengthen those areas. And strength does not come when avoiding difficulties. And you'll never know how strong you are or how strong your bounce back muscles are until you are challenged. So learn how to look at what you're going through as stepping stones and not stumbling blocks. Listen to me, brothers and sisters. You're more powerful, more resilient than you think. You have what it takes in you to rebound from your stressful situation, from setbacks, from frustration, from depression, from disappointments, from your fears, mistakes, or failures. You have it already in you. You just got to utilize it. You got to tap into it. You have already, since you've been alive. You know how I know? You're still here. You didn't just tiptoe through the tulip to get where you are. There was no cakewalk to get to where you are. Many of you, I know myself, been to hell and back. Not because you don't have you don't have the ability to bounce back. No, not that you don't have it, because you do have the ability to bounce back. But if you don't continue to develop those muscles, the bounce back muscles, what would happen? You'll start to deteriorate if you don't use them. I'm making sense? When you look at an out of shape person, I'm not talking about you. I'm gonna say, look at your neighbor. So if you look at an out of shape person, you're not gonna be able to see their abs, their chest muscles, their biceps, their guns, or their calf muscles, or whatever. It's not because they don't have any. It's because they have not developed them enough for anybody to see them. So tell yourself, whoa, I do have bounce back muscles. I just have to develop them some more. Are you hearing me? So we look at Trump. And I say you have to take your eye off of him and not focus on him and focus on you. What you can learn from somebody like that. But if you look at it, if you're just looking at him the way everybody else is looking at him one way, all it's going to do is depress you, make you sad, make you angry. You still have to deal with that, man. That's not going to take him out of office. You're still going to have to deal with him. So you can just get as much as you can out the dude. And this is a valuable life-transforming message or encouragement. There's at least something to get out of this person. Studying how he developed a bounce-back muscle after what he's been through. Deserved or undeserved. And let me humble some people before I close. The reason why I am not in the mindset of judging him or anybody else, because the creator or the God, whatever you want to call the God, him or her, he or she, reminds me of myself constantly. He says, have you ever mistreated yourself and mistreated other people? Have you ever lied? Have you ever been to jail? I've never been to prison, been to jail twice, 30-day stints. Have you ever abused your body with being addicted to drug and alcohol? Have you ever took advantage of women before you was who you are? Have you ever stole? I think I said it already. Have you ever done all these things? Have you ever robbed people? Have you ever beat people down in the street when you was out there in the concrete jungle? Did you always, when I was going, did you always was you always saved? That's when I was believing in religion. Saved, going to church. Was you always a licensed minister and reverend and pastor? Damn. Nah. The Spirit says to me, well, how can a kettle call another kettle black? Be careful how you judge. You can judge someone's character, that's fine. But don't judge somebody so that you can look better in the mirror. So you can make yourself feel better that, look at me and look at that. No. No. Somebody may say, well, I ain't never been through all that stuff. You have family members that you love? You have friends that you love, have did a lot of those things that I just threw out there? Are you married to somebody who have a past that did those things or maybe still doing it? Do you still love them? You have children who used to do that or still do that or in jail or felons, or you. I'm just trying to make a point. So we have to look past sometimes in a lot of areas. We can call people out, call a duck, a quack, whatever. Yeah, you call it out. But the question is, what valuable lesson can I learn from them? Because just talking about them is just trying to, that's called gossip. But if I learn something, see, I heard a wise people learn from other people's mistakes. So they don't have to repeat them or they don't even have to experience them. No, I'm not defending that man. No, I'm not rocking with him. I'm talking about anybody that we look down on. The question is, what kind of skeletons do I have in my closet? That's why I'm able to bypass who this person is and say, man, we can learn something from this dude or anybody else. The importance of developing your bounce back muscles. Because if you ain't dealing with something now, if you haven't just dealing with something now, or you haven't just came out of something, we're going to be going into something. That's just life. The cycle of life. The question I have is, how resilient you and I will we be resilient? And that's what we'll know if we develop our bounce back muscles. We'll never know until we're tried or challenged. I hope I am, because you never know what life can throw at you. That's why I ask that you pray for me. I haven't arrived. Pray for me that I properly develop my bounce back muscles, because life can throw you a curveball and take the wind out of you. And I'll pray for you. Ashe, my close. As long as we travel this life's journey, there's going to be some difficulties along the way. There's going to be some challenges along the way. That you and your children, that's why it's so important to teach your children the importance of developing their bounce back muscles. You can't do that they're on the internet all the time, or a freaking cell phone all the time, or watching videos all the time, or on social media all the time. And when life hits them, they crazy as hell because nobody taught them how to live life on life terms and how to be resilient when something hits you. They end up turning on themselves. Not facing the challenge, but turning on themselves. Teach your children. And you have to teach us, you have to teach yourself how you have to learn how to get through all kinds of things in life. And you have a greater chance to get through these challenges and difficulties in life when you have developed your bounce back muscle. I hope you're getting some out of this, brothers and sisters. And you must keep in mind, if you rebound from that, whatever your that was, you can definitely bounce back from this, whatever your this is. What am I saying in a nutshell? Brother and sister, hear me, hang in there. You have another comeback in you. Oh, yes. You have another comeback in you. And let me tell you something. When you bounce back or come back from whatever it is, there's some things in your life that you should not and ought not go back into. You get beat down again, get used and abused again. You get deceived and manipulated again. No, once you come back and bounce back, you don't go back to repeat that over and over and over and over again. The buck stops here. I'm not saying, oh, just bounce back and being resilient and dealing with stuff is going to always be easy. No, it's not. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. But if you don't cave in, if you don't throw in the towel, you will be able to rise above your situation, your circumstance, your health challenges, your after a divorce, your mental challenges, your financial challenges. You'll be able to bounce back from rejection and abandonment if you just don't throw in the towel and just hang in there. And to be straight up, we don't need no doggone Donald Trump to learn anything from. I'm just saying, learn something while you got to focus on the dude. But we don't need him to learn no valuable lessons. You know why? Because as Black people, we have family members, we have friends, we have African ancestors who have transitioned in the afterlife, who have been to hell and back. They are and they were resilient because they had developed a bounce back muscle. They have developed their bounce back muscles. What do you mean? While living in the hells of North America, while living in this racist, bigoted, unjust, anti-Black country called the hells of North America, they learned how to develop their bounce back muscles. So we don't have to just focus on Trump. We can go to our own. I often say, brothers and sisters, each one, reach one, each one, teach one. I got to have a swing on my chair. Forgive me. I have to get out of that habit. When you bounce back from whatever it is, make sure that you assist someone else, your brother or your sister, in the process of bouncing back from whatever they're dealing with. You help your brother and sister first. Well, anybody who needs help, I don't care who they are, Black or white. No, that's fine. Help anybody. But you help your brother and sister first. That's the teaching of Jesus. You love Jesus, don't you? He told his disciples, and God told him, according to the story, don't go to the lost sheep of Israel. Don't go to the Samaritans. Don't go to the Gentiles. Go to your people first. First. I had to deal with that one. So, brothers and sisters, that was my message today. I hope you got something out of it. It was on my heart to share. And hell, a lot of stuff I be going through is more internal than anything else. Because I overthink a lot of things. I overanalyze a lot of things. Sometimes I'm overly conscious, self-conscious. Sometimes I get real frustrated because the same crap all the time. So I have to continue to work on myself so I can be more resilient. So things don't affect me like they used to. Because they keep affecting me the same way, that means I'm not growing. But I know I'm growing. And I have grown. Now that was about me. What about you? to thine own self be true. But don't leave out of here. I don't care what you don't remember, but remember that what I said, what was shared. Develop your bounce back muscles, which are the mental, the physical, the spiritual, and the emotional areas of your life. Resilience is the key. You have another bounce back in you. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for listening. And those of you who like to help me out, if you'd like to help me out, if you're still here, at the bottom of the screen, you'll see the information there. And if you know someone else who wants to help out a platform who's got their people best interest in mind, their best interest in mind, share with them too. All right. Information at the bottom of the screen. I hope you got something out of this, brothers and sisters. And man, I hope I was on. Somebody just text me. Oh no, hope. Oh, okay. All right. Brothers and sisters. I told you about how Sony Music Entertainment has been confiscating my videos for the last 4 years. I've been hindering myself using music because they have the power to limit views or even don't even prevent it from going out. And that's what they said they was doing. Or even track your views. Someone texts me, yes, you have, brother Tybidi Izel says, yes, you have to indicate you don't own the copyright of the music anytime you add music. Brother, as I shared on you, and you're right, as I shared on the onset, I was doing that through every video. Because I thought that was, that was the right thing to do, and you were right. That didn't matter. What they will not do, they will not strike your channel, meaning they won't take your channel down. But they'll confiscate your video or limit the views or stay focused on the stats of your views. So don't get out. So that's the point I'm making. That's what I thought too, bro. So for 4 years, shoot myself in the foot. All right. So I just want to thank you for listening, brothers and sisters. We get up on out of here. I'm going to leave out of here the same way I came in. Hotep, which means peace in our ancient African language. Amandala, which means power to the people. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for sharing. And thank you in advance if you contribute something to keep us going. All right? I just thank you. Thank you. Ashe, my time is up, brothers and sisters. I'll talk to you next time.